high above the vast wilderness of Alaska, where the air thins into whispers and the cold seeps into the very bones. A storm of unforgiving fury once claimed 7 lives. In May of 1967, the serene, snowy slopes of Denali transformed into a merciless nightmare, swallowing dreams and hopes beneath an endless white veil. What was meant to be a triumphant ascent became a haunting tragedy, etched into the mountain's frozen memory. This is the story of the Wilcox Expedition, where nature's silence spoke louder than any call for help. Denali, the tallest peak in North America, possesses a majestic allure that has beckoned climbers for generations. Its 20,310 feet rise into the sky creates an environment both breathtaking and brutally hostile. In 1967, a team of 7 climbers set out with resolve, prepared to conquer the summit amid the lingering grips of late spring. The mountain, however, conceals an ancient indifference, a stark reminder that human will is no match for its ever-changing temperament. Led by climber and guide David Wilcox, the expedition slowly carved its path upward, crossing glaciers and negotiating precarious ice fields. Days of grueling ascent tested both body and spirit, the thin air making each breath a fragile act of perseverance. The climbers felt the mountain's majestic presence, the vast silence, broken only by the crunch of boots on frozen snow and the faint howl of the wind. Yet this quiet was deceptive, a calm before an inevitable storm. As the team approached Camp 3, nestled high on the Kahiltna Glacier at approximately 14,000 feet, the atmosphere shifted. The sky darkened, clouds swirling like spectral shapes that foretold peril. The first flakes of snow began to fall, slow and insidious, masking the harsh reality beneath a soft, white blanket. The climbers pressed on, unaware that the storm would soon crescendo into a relentless tempest, sealing their fate. The blizzard struck with bewildering speed. Visibility vanished as thick walls of snow enveloped the mountain, the wind's howl growing to a deafening roar. Temperatures plummeted to lethal lows, the cold stiffening fingers and sapping strength. Each breath became a battle against suffocation. The crisp air now a cruel adversary. Trapped in a cage of ice and wind, the climbers faced a landscape transformed into a frozen wilderness of shadows. Communication became impossible. The team's radio fell silent amid the chaos, leaving them isolated. The storm's grip tightened, its invisible fingers erasing landmarks and dissolving hope. Snowdrifts buried tents and gear, the fragile shelters groaning under the mountain's wrath. The men huddled together, clinging to life, as the hours stretched into an eternal night of suffering and fear. The exact moments of struggle remained shrouded in mystery, pieced together later from scant evidence and chilling accounts from survivors. Hypothermia's slow siege, frostbite's merciless creep, and exhaustion's crushing weight united in a fatal dance. One by one, the climbers succumbed to the mountain's cold embrace, their bodies left beneath the endless drift, swallowed by a silence as profound as the depth of winter. When the storm finally relented, search teams painstakingly ascended into the bloodless quiet left behind. The mountain's indifferent majesty remained unchanged, even as grief struck hard. 7 lives lost on one fateful slope, swallowed by a fury beyond human comprehension. The survivors who remained carried with them an experience impossible to forget, a testament to the mountain's power and the tenuousness of human resolve. The Wilcox Expedition disaster carved a dark chapter in mountaineering history, one marked not just by tragedy, but by haunting questions. How could man confront such overwhelming forces and live to tell the tale? What shadows linger in the spaces between courage and catastrophe? Denali, in its silent grandeur, holds these answers close, offering no solace, only the solemn echo of 7 lost souls amid its eternal ice. As we look upon the frozen face of Denali today, serene beneath calm skies, it is impossible not to feel the weight of what once transpired. The mountain remains a silent sentinel, guarding its secrets beneath the frost. 7 climbers ventured into its depths, their stories entwined with the cold winds and shifting snows. In the stillness of that lofty expanse, their spirits linger, reminders of the fragile boundary between human endeavor and the unforgiving embrace of nature.